You know, when it comes to the iPhone 15, there's a pattern I'm starting to notice here. None of it is real, and all of it is a lie. You know how our fake button hopes and dreams were just dashed? And now, the iPhone 15 Pro is coming with normal, real buttons. You know, as opposed to those other capacitive, fake, not real buttons that we were telling you about for the last, I don't know, like 5 months. A really long time to be telling you a lie. Now we have some updated renders, so some high-quality renders that really reflect all the updated information we have. This is what the iPhone 15 Pro is going to actually look like now, according to the sources from 9to5 Macaroni to Your Eyes. These are renders sourced from CAD files given by what 9to5 Mac calls a, quote, very trusted source, which of course is just code for Tim Cook's alter ego, Hector Salamanca. And notably, you will note that the normal buttons are back. Of course, those never to see the light of day haptic fake buttons on the iPhone 15 Pro, at least the ones that were in the rumors for months, were canceled when Apple engineers or whoever decided that it was too hard or to try to put them in. Can't tell, really. Looks like we got ourselves a bunch of quitters! Look at you over there! Quitting. Oh, and peep that little action nipple that is over there, just looking, so flickable, baby. This action button-esque thing is the only thing from the previous rumor that is sticking around. What we were expecting before was the capacitive buttons, no mute switch anymore. Instead, the mute switch will become another capacitive button, just known as the new action button for the iPhone. And I swear to God, if one of those actions is not mute, I will riot. So yeah, normal, real working buttons now, but action button gets to stay. Rip mute switch, rest in spaghetti, never forgetty. Unless this is wrong too, and there's no action nipple, and we do get the mute switch, and I am not a real person. And that brings us to the other lumpy elephant in the room. The camera bump. Another thing that we've been looking at for months. This big camera bump. Wow, so big, too big. That's a scary looking camera bump. Yeah, well. Guess not. This is what the camera bump is actually going to look like on the iPhone 15 Pro. I'm getting close. I'm getting real close. I want to quit. I want to quit this show so bad, but Apple News just radiates through my veins with the force of 1,000 suns. Yeah, compared to those earlier CAD renders, this is like way more reasonable, but still, can we not? Surely this isn't like a thing that needs to continue. Like every year, we don't need to keep making it. In a couple more iPhones from now, this camera bump is going to be as thick as me. Hey, remember when we heard USB-C was coming to the phone and that was like the feature to be excited about? Yeah, we're going to go back to that, all right? Forget everything else you've heard for the last a long time and just USB-C. That's all we got, basically. That's the new thing about this phone. There's some extra stuff here, but like I don't want to. I don't care. I'm bored. I am bored of these fake iPhone rumors that are real and then fake and real and fake. Is this how that thing happens? You know that thing, autoerotic asphyxiation. You ever heard of that? Yeah, I feel like that's like the next thing you do. When you get bored of iPhone rumors, you try that. I think I'm gonna take that up as a new hobby. Have you ever wanted to just, I don't know, start mining? No, not like that. Or that, what? No, I'm talking about actual crypto mining, my dudes. But Jern, I hear you say, mining rigs are expensive and the electricity and upkeep, it's too much. Yes, my friends. I know. That's why today's episode is sponsored by GMT and their new NFT-based crypto miner, the Greedy Machine. GMT has been a state-of-the-art force in the Bitcoin mining game since 2017, and the Greedy Machine is no exception. You see, instead of needing your own mining rig and electricity and, well, everything, you just purchase one of their gorgeous NFTs and boom! You're mining. That's it. That's actually it. The Greedy Machines are actually real miners, part of a real mining fleet, and you have real computing power. So when you own the NFT, you own the crypto it mines. And the Greedy Machines are way more cost efficient than doing it yourself for other reasons too. Because GMT is so established, they pay pennies on the dollar for electricity that will cost you an arm and a leg. You don't even need to understand all of the inner workings of crypto mining and NFTs either, because once you purchase your own Greedy Machine, you can just walk away away and let the returns come back into your little pocket. GMT has made it so easy to get into the crypto mining game, they even made a crypto mining game. If you want a more hands-on experience with your greedy machine, you can join and participate in mining pools where the more a player clicks, the more likely they are to find a block and get real BTC rewards. And if you don't already have enough reasons to check out the greedy machines, GMT is even handing out a free trial period so you can dip your toes in the water risk-free. Just make sure to use our special link and you can get 10% off of your purchase. But don't wait, because this deal is only valid for the next 2 weeks. And of course, a huge thanks to GMT and their greedy machines for sponsoring today's episode of Fapota. Let's try to make the show normal again for at least a second. Let's talk about the headset. I know, not your favorite thing, but that's like the product coming up at WWDC. Regardless of what you think about it, that's going to be a real big deal. And not to like rush anybody or be rude or anything, but God, can you just announce it? So we know the name, I'm gonna lose it. Apple's Reality Pro headset. Or Reality One mixed reality virtual headset. The Mixie Bixie Headset Trixie. Anyhow, we have a report from the Taiwanese Economic Daily News that the Reality Pro, listen, I'm just gonna call it that, man, I don't care anymore, is actually ready for WWDC. Wow. That is also like the total opposite from the last couple weeks of reports about the headset. Awesome. The Economic Daily News says, and oh yeah, what I'm about to read is like the translated. We just translated this because I don't have any idea how to read not English. Apple's first meta-universe wearable product, MR Helmet, is ready to come out. Remember, translated. The supply chain confirms that Apple's MR new products have entered the final sprint in supply chain pulling stage. I don't know if you're following along at home, but you might remember that just like a week ago, Quo said this, that there's a delay in mass production and it adds uncertainty to whether or not the device is going to appear at WWDC 2023. So just like, disregard that, I guess. Yep. Can we just change the name of the channel to Front Page Stuff We Report On that's going to get changed literally next week anyway, so who cares? Yes. Yeah, doesn't sound as good as Fapota. Also, about the headset, as with every Apple product ever, because Apple, proprietary charger. Yeah. In a report from the guy who I'm pretty sure is a Cabbage Patch doll given life by a witch who lives in a swamp, you know, Mark Gurman. We've learned that the Reality Pro headset is going to use its own special fancy schmancy charger power thing. I will explain. Gurman, in his Power On newsletter, says the headset will have 2 ports, a USB-C connector to handle data, and a new proprietary charger. The charging cable that goes into the headset has a round tip that inserts magnetically. In order to prevent the connector from falling out during use, you rotate it clockwise to lock it in. The cable itself connects to the battery pack, and those 2 pieces aren't separable. That's so weird. So the headset connects with a locking magnetic iMac-like adapter to a waist-mounted battery pack, and those pieces don't come apart? Oh yeah, and the battery pack for this headset supposedly just looks like a chunky version of the MagSafe battery pack. I say just make them big. One for each butt cheek, you know? Okay, so it's kind of awkward. That by itself already sounds kind of awkward. More awkward than that, though, battery life. Just this many. Maximum of 2 hours we're talking about here for this bad boy. Okay, 2 hours is not enough. Tim, listen to me, okay? This is going to be, what, $3,000 you're going to charge for this? So I need you to listen really closely. Because you clearly haven't spent several hours in the violent, sweaty trenches of VR ping pong. Because I have, Tim. Oh, I have. And when you're there, when you're in it, you're fighting, man. You're focused. You're locked in. You're fighting for your life. You are in combat with another human being. I don't have time. What is this? I don't have time. I don't need to be. I can't be worried about childish things like making sure my belt-mounted battery pack is charged or whatever the story says. I need to hit that backspin, Tim. I need the entire force of the United States power grid flowing into my f***ing